welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Guide for Beginners. I'm Roderick, and I will be your leader, curator, or whatever it is that you want to call me on this journey as we learn the game of Minecraft together. And in this episode, you might be wondering why the world looks so very different from the last episode that you saw. And, well, I'll tell you a little tale that involves a new computer, a forgotten backup, and tragedy. I got a new computer in between the last episode and this one, and I transferred everything over, reformatted the old hard drive because I was playing on an iMac before, so I put just plain Mac OS on there. I took Windows off. And now I boot into this version of Minecraft. I fire it up, and I go to load up my beginner's guide world, and I realized I didn't take a backup before irrevocably trashing the Windows partition. So we have to start the world over, which, because you guys saw how we built our starter base in the last episode, I'm not going to make you guys go through that again. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump off camera, get the starter base built, get some basic facilities, and then we'll get into today's topic of caving, or otherwise known as exploring the underground in search of riches and treasure. And we survived our first night in the new Minecraft world in our very basic survival shack here. It's nothing big and fancy. It's just a little 7x7 made out of spruce logs, birch planks, and oak slabs. But it gets the job done. It's just a little starter thing. I mean, it's just basically a place to escape from the mobs at night, as well as stockpile some resources so we can build a better looking base somewhere else. And looking around my spawn area in this world, there's not really a whole lot of options here. I mean, there's a lot of forests land around, and we have a wide variety of wood types here, which I really like. But the emphasis on today's show is on caving. So, whoa, hello, oh boy, whoa, hello. Ooh, okay. There we go. A well-timed creeper explosion here. We'll open up the cave a little bit. And yeah, I didn't realize we had a cave like that right below our starter base here. So let me go build a quick furnace and make some charcoal, and then we'll make some torches, because we're going to light the cave up as we go. Otherwise, it's going to be bad news for us. So let's create a furnace. Throw that down right there. Looks good. Put that there, and okay, I think we need to go actually get some logs to make some charcoal. All right, now we got some logs. Ooh, look at that. There's some coal right here on the surface. That'll make things a little easier for us. Now, we don't have any armor, so if we encounter mobs, we're going to have to try to mainly outmaneuver them, I think. We are playing on hard difficulty, so the mobs will hurt. We should probably cook up some food before we head into the cave as well. So when you go caving, you want to make sure you have a few essential supplies. You need torches, because caves are very dark, and mobs can spawn wherever the light level is lower than 7. Or 7 or lower, one of the two. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's craft up some sticks. We will go ahead and make all the torches we can. We will grab our salmon here, and we'll just use up some of this excess wood that we have to cook our salmon. Now, you want food with you, because if you have a full health food bar, you can naturally regenerate health, which is going to be very important because we're going into a cave of a lot of mobs. And as I said before, we don't have any armor. So I want to have a couple of pieces of fish. And I want to let's go ahead and get my hunger bar filled up as much as we can. See, we have a sword with us just in case we're gonna carry a pick. That can go in there. And mainly what we're gonna be after is probably gonna be after coal. And we're probably gonna be after iron if we can get some. Those are gonna be the two biggest things. Because that allows us to make, well, we can make stone tools. I mean, stone's pretty easy to come by. It's all over the surface here. Iron will give us iron tools and iron armor. And that iron armor is going to be huge for us in the very early stages of the game because we don't have access to diamond armor yet. Alright, so I think one more piece. We'll cook up this last piece of fish here. And then we'll be on our way. Alright, so we got 4 pieces of fish. We got a wooden pickaxe, a wooden sword. I think we're ready to face the cave now. Ooh, that's a lava pit down that way. Gotta remember how to... There's the cave. Okay, so... There's another cave going down that way. Or there's a cave going this way. Now we have a creeper down here, so we're gonna deal with first. Now a creeper is the best way I find to attack, is to rush in, hit them, and then back out of their range so they don't explode. See, that one we got cornered back here, so. But it gives us a little bit of stone when he blows up, so it's not terrible. Now, one thing that you have to do is develop your own navigational system for not getting lost inside these caves. They twist and they turn all over the place. So what I do is I take a torch and I put it on the right-hand side of the wall, like such. So when I hit a dead end, I just put the torches on the left and I follow them back to the last place my path diverged. So now, that didn't pan out very far, so we got 6 dirt. We're gonna go ahead and check out this other one here. Oh, there's some coal right there. Whoa, hello there. Not a fan of fighting skeleton without armor on. Let's duck out of his line of sight here. See if we can get him to come closer. Ugh, I took that one right to the face. No, I can't create a lava flow down there. Okay, I think we should get down there and get into it with them. Alright, let's duck back and heal here. Let's go ahead and put that up there. He's just kind of just chilling down there. Making us burn up all of our food. I see how it is. Now I gotta try and staircase down here without taking too much damage. And we'll just go ahead and we'll throw a torch there and a torch here. Whew. And there's another archer. Fantastic. This caving adventure is not going out as smoothly as I hoped it to. Oh boy. This could be bad news for us. Oh, we got him. Oh, we got him. Okay, so we're into the cave proper. We'll have to figure out how to build ourselves a way out. And okay, so we got plenty of coal. And keep going down. Now with Minecraft, the lower down you get into the world, the more rare ores it will spawn. For example, take diamonds. Diamonds spawn anywhere between, I want to say, Y0 and Y12, Y14, maybe? I don't know, I always go down to Y11. Ooh, iron. Sweet. And let's see, what Y level are we at? So right now we are at Y54. If you can see that on my debug screen there where it says block colon 6254 negative 114. We're at Y54. So the diamonds, the lapis, and all that stuff spawns at around Y11, give or take a few levels. So when we get ready to start going after those ores, we'll have to dig our way all the way down to Y11. And we hit another dead end, so we're just going to go ahead, put the torches on our left, and follow them back out here. And then we'll come back once we have some better tools. So we'll get some stone picks and come back here and mine out the iron here. Since there's nobody else in this world but me, and I don't have to compete for the resources, I can go ahead and just leave it there and come back for it. And okay, so that's the end of that guy. Back out this way. And looks like that is basically the entirety of that cave system, which is pretty good since we're so low on food here. We don't want to be going too deep in the ground. I was hoping to find something a little bit cooler, but we have fulfilled the purpose. Now we just find our way back to our little shack here. It's got to be up that way some more. I think one of the projects I'm going to be doing is a staircase up here, so I'm not burning. There we go. So I'm not burning up so much food jumping around. All right, so we've explored the caves. Now that we lit those caves up too, it's going to reduce the mob spawns heavily in that cave. So we don't have to worry about mobs going back down there once we get it all lit up there. So we're going to take this, and we're going to take this. We're going to make ourselves a stone pickaxe. And we got the advancement, getting an upgrade. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm making a beeline for that iron. And if there's any durability left on our picks, once we get the iron, then we'll come back and get a bunch of coal. And because we're going to need to smelt the iron before we can use it for anything. Much like in real life. So I hear a zombie growling. So there may be more caves behind the walls here or underneath us. So we want to be very careful as we dig here. There we go. Take that. Okay, that's all that's got there. Some granite. Overall, not a bad little find here. I mean, we got 9 pieces of iron. That'll give us a little bit of armor. But we'll have to find some more caves to explore to try and find some more iron. Okay, so we got 10 coal. Okay, that should be enough to smelt the iron up. And now, one of the things I love about Minecraft is that there's always the question of how to extract the most value from the resources I have. So I have 9 iron. Is it better for me to make iron tools or iron armor at this point? You know, what's going to give me the most value? Iron tools would allow me to harvest resources faster, but I won't have the resources to replace them once they break or keep them repaired so they don't break. And it's starting to get dark out here. We better get ourselves back to the shack before the mobs start coming out too fast. Alright, so let's go ahead and load up the iron and the coal into our furnace here. And now let's talk a little bit about extracting value from resources. We have a very limited supply of iron right now. It takes 1/3 of our total iron supply to make a single pickaxe. It'll take 1/3 of our iron supply to make an axe. So at this point, I think the best thing to do is use that 9 iron to make a chest plate, because that'll give us the most armor protection, and now allow us to be a little bit more, have a little bit more survivability going into the caves to look for more iron. I just noticed there's a hole in my roof. I gotta fix that up here real quick. There we go, all nice and fixed up. So when the sun comes back up, we'll head out and we'll look for another cave, and we'll do a little bit more caving in this episode before we wrap it up and call it quits. And while we're waiting for the iron to smelt and daylight to come, let's go ahead. If you have any questions about caving, mining, fighting materials, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, please do so. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And if you liked this episode so far, hit that little like button there, and that tells me that you enjoy the content, and I'll keep on making it. And then I think one more good cave, we get a little bit more iron, should be good. And then I also, don't forget, I do stream on Twitch every Sunday. The link will be in the description down below. And if you want to come hang out with me as I'm doing the grindy off-camera stuff for this world, feel free to jump on in and hang out. I promise I don't bite much. Alright, so now we have 9 iron. So it takes 8 to make a chest plate. It'll leave us with 2 if we make the pants. The helmet will leave us with 4. So we can make a helmet and boots. Or we can make 1 chest plate, have 1 iron left over. There is that. Now, for as far as tools go, stone is not terrible at this point in the game, and we have it in abundant quantities. There's stone everywhere outside the shack here. So I'm not going to make any tools or any swords, because we can make a stone sword, which would be decent enough to get us by for a while yet. We can make stone pick, a stone axe, and a stone shovel, which, again, it's not the best in the game, but it's good enough for right now. And that means I'm going to go ahead, and I'm just going to make myself the iron chest plate. I'm just going to go ahead and put that on, and that gives us 3 units of armor. So that means that we're going to be a little bit more difficult to kill. Not a lot, but a little bit more. And the furnace is now out, and it's now I wish I had a bed. I really do. I haven't seen a single sheep here to save my life, though. And you know what? I know we said we're going to go do another cave, but I think we're going to call it an episode here. And in the next episode, we're going to talk about building our own actual mines to get down to those lower levels and look for some of those higher quality ores. And so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode, which is going to be all about mining. Caving, you got a primer for it. We got a basic thing here. The most important things of caving is remember to bring torches. I like to bring a bucket of water, but I didn't this time because I didn't have enough iron to make a bucket. Bring food, because as you saw, we fought the skeletons and then we had to eat to regenerate our health. Make sure you bring tools for harvesting resources with, and make sure you just have some idea of how you're going to keep yourself from getting lost in those caves. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments down below. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time on the Minecraft Guide for Beginners. Goodbye.